Day 19. The God of Judgment. Yes, in the way of your judgments, O Lord, we have waited for you. For when your judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Isaiah 26, 8 and 9. The Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all those who wait for him. Isaiah 30, 18. The Lord is a God of both mercy and judgment. Mercy and judgment always are found together in his dealings with humankind. In the devastation of the flood, in the deliverance of Israel out of Egypt, in the overthrow of the Canaanites, we find mercy even during severe judgment. Within the inner circle of God's own people, we see it too. The judgment that punishes the sin, while mercy saves the sinner. Or rather, mercy saves the sinner, not in spite of the sin, but rather by means of the very judgment for that sin. In waiting on God, we must not forget this. As we wait on God, we must expect him to bring judgment. In the ways of your judgments, we have waited for you. That will prove true in our inner experience. If we are honest in our longing for holiness, in our prayer to be wholly the Lord's, his holy presence will discover hidden sin and bring us under bitter conviction of the evil in our nature, its opposition to God's law, and its impotence to fulfill that law. These words will ring true. But who can endure the day of his coming? For he is like a refiner's fire. Malachi 3:2. Oh, that you would rend the heavens, that you would come down, that the mountains might shake at your presence. Isaiah 64:1. In great mercy, God executes his judgment on sin within the soul, as he makes it feel its wickedness and guilt. Many will try to flee from this judgment, but the soul that longs for God and for deliverance from sin bows down in humility and in hope. In silence of soul, it says, in the way of your judgments we have waited for you. Rise up, O Lord. Let your enemies be scattered. Numbers 10:35. Don't be surprised if your first attempts to learn the blessed art of waiting on God only reveal more of your sin and darkness. And don't despair if unconquered sins or evil thoughts or great darkness appear to hide God's face. Even the beloved Son, the gift and bearer of divine mercy on Calvary, felt hidden from God and lost in judgment. Simply submit to the judgment of your every sin, for judgment paves the way to wonderful mercy. It is written, Zion shall be redeemed with justice. Isaiah 1:27. Wait on God, believing that his tender mercy is working out your redemption by way of judgment. Wait for him to be gracious to you. There is another application, one of great solemnity. We are expecting God to visit this earth in the way of his judgments. We are waiting for him to do so. What a thought! We know of these coming judgments. We also know that there are tens of thousands of professing Christians who live carelessly and who might suffer judgment if they don't change their ways. We must do all we can to warn them, to plead with and for them that God may have mercy on them. If we sense a lack of boldness or zeal or power, then we need to wait on God even more definitely and persistently as the God of judgment. We can even ask him to reveal himself in the judgments that are coming on our friends, so that we may be inspired with a new fear of him and be constrained to speak and pray for them as never before. Truly, waiting on God is not meant for spiritual self-indulgence. Its purpose is to let God and His holiness, Christ and the love that died on Calvary, the Spirit and the fire that came from heaven take hold of us, to warn and rouse others with the message that we are waiting for God to come in the way of His judgments. O Christian, prove that you really believe in the God of judgment. My soul, wait only on God.